Okay, so we are now live and we're going to discuss The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 11, Hostilities and Calamities, and also, of course, a sneak peek for next week.
Mostly.
Would it
Why don't
be?
we quickly get the episode out of the way? Did you guys watch it?
I did.
Okay, Jill, let us know what happened.
In terms of of bottle episodes, this was definitely another Savers episode, except it was starring Eugene. I've actually been waiting for this for some time. The exact opposite happens between how Daryl is treated and how Eugene is brought in. Eugene is given all the trappings immediately. He's treated very well. And I think Negan knows that, well, one, Eugene is putting on a show. He reverted back to his whole, I'm a scientist, I worked on the human genome, blah, blah, blah stuff. It's the first thing. And the second thing he does is all the teariness and cowering, that's him putting on the show as well. But because of those things, Negan treats him very well, conversely to Daryl. And we all know that Eugene is very good at surviving. That's what he does. He survives.
Yeah.
I don't think the episode was that bad compared to, was it episode 2, episode 3 of 7A? But I actually enjoyed Eugene infiltrating the community. But also, as Jill said, he went back to his human genome scientist, whatever with, and I'm like, Eugene, don't do this. When it turns out that you're actually not this person that you pretend to be, Negan can kill you.
Mm-hmm. And there seemed to have been some consequences to him lying about being a doctor. So that was my question. Like, I kind of wasn't paying that much attention, but why did Dwight blame Daryl escaping on Dr. Carson? And then why would Negan think it would still be a good idea to kill him when he's their doctor? Even though Eugene said he was a doctor, he said he had a PhD, not that he had a medical degree. So does that make sense?
I thought, and I was discussing this yesterday with Brandon, I think that the reason why he killed the doctor is, one, I do honestly think Negan believed Dwight's bullshit story that Sherry was Eden. But also, he had to make an example of someone because he lost 2 people one day. He lost his number 1 wife and also Daryl. And I think he favors Dwight so much because Dwight is like proof that his methods, I mean, obviously his methods work. He has a whole entire cult behind him. But Dwight in particular, because Dwight left, but then he came back, took an iron to the face and lost his wife. And he's like Negan's, one of his major players. So I think he would want to keep someone like Dwight as a shining example of, being on Team Negan, I guess.
My question though is like, why would he buy any of this? Like, he's the last person that Negan should believe, and it's like he's the first person. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I wouldn't believe anything Dwight said ever.
Well, yeah. Dwight, he's proven himself to Negan though.
Not really. Like, all he's doing is not rebelling. I don't know. He seems like he's very... he's not stable to me. Like, I don't see where he's done anything where Negan should be like, oh yeah, I definitely trust this guy now, even though he just ran away like 2 months ago.
Yeah, like, the only reason why someone's doing the stuff you asked is because you put an iron on their face and like took his wife. Like, I would never trust you. Like, I would be glad that you did the stuff that I asked you to, but I would never trust you. So Negan trusting him doesn't make any sense to me.
To answer your question, Kay, the doctor at Hilltop is Carson, and they say according to the comics he was related to the doctor at the sanctuary. So when he
What?
said he has another Dr. Carson, they're possibly alluding to Negan taking the doctor from Hilltop. And one of the themes of this episode was the whole issue of who Negan considers expendable over who he doesn't.
But the thing is, the doctor at the Hilltop is Harlan, not
Yeah.
Carson.
But
No,
he
it is
said
Harlan
there's another.
Carson.
He said there's
Is Harlan
another
Carson?
doctor. There's another
Uh-huh.
Dr. Carson. That's what he's referring to. And
Okay.
the reason why Dwight has so much esteem, at least as far as what maybe the audience is aware, is that he actually came back to Negan saying that he couldn't survive on his own. So maybe there's not a lot that he's shown us as an audience, but he did come back. He did sort of bow down to Negan's rule. So that's why Negan, values him and wants him, wants to keep him and maybe it's the issue where Negan sort of wants to believe him. I don't know. But we'll know with time if he's, really gonna stay a Negan or not.
That
A
seems like
savior or
the
not.
most likely prospect is that he just wants it to be true because he hasn't shown anything to me. Like he was willing to leave if he found Sherry, he would have left again. Like, why are you believing this person? It makes no sense. Negan is supposed to be smart, but
And
they're
then the
not
whole time
writing it that way.
And then the whole time he's saying stuff like Dwighty boy, he doesn't say anything. He just lets him, say what he wants to say. So again, it could be it could be him just allowing Negan to believe it, but sometimes you believe what you want to believe. So Negan wants to believe that, and he does value him and his group. So I guess it works for both of them right now.
I guess.
Yeah. Still think killing your doctor is not a good idea.
No, it wasn't a good idea. But I think the reason why Dwight set up that doctor is the whole conversation Negan had when he was presenting it to the sanctuary, that he was saying that Dr. Carson played on Sherry's feelings toward Dwight, and she had to leave because she knew that Daryl was going to be set free and he was going to blame her. So by killing Dr. Carson, if Sherry turns back up, Dwight will still have to explain it, but they sort of made, Dr. Carson the scapegoat. So that, to me, it leaves room for her to come back in the future.
Well, I kind of think, or at least my initial thought was the reason why Dwight picked Carson was because he thought that maybe Negan would do something to him, but he wouldn't kill him. So I think he was kind of surprised that he was killed because he felt that, Dr. Carson would have been safer than like picking some other random dude who Negan would have just killed outright. So that's what I was thinking.
Be.
So
I just think he didn't care who it was just, they were saying casualties and collateral damage or whatever. I just thought he was just in the way, and Dwight just picked him. I don't know if he put a lot of thought into it about the value of him over any other person in Sanctuary, but he happened to be there and it was believable. So he left, he left the little note in his desk. So I don't know if he thought about it. Maybe he did, but I think the reason why Negan did not hesitate to kill him was, again, he wanted to make an example because he doesn't want anyone leaving, and then secondly, he has another Dr. Carson at Hilltop. He said.
He said that? I thought he was talking
Yeah.
about Eugene.
No, he said we have another doctor. We have another Dr. Carlson.
Oh.
So that's why.
Okay, that makes sense because Eugene is definitely not a medical doctor.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that's why I thought the whole thing was dumb. I'm like, Eugene can't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay,
that makes a little bit more sense, but is still dumb.
Yeah.
That was my only question. Was there anything else that you wanted to say
about the episode? I'm really glad that that the discussion of poison has finally come up. I've been waiting for Eugene to Walter White something for the longest time, and I really do agree with Negan that he has been underutilized heavily by Rick and his team. Clearly, he knows a lot of shit, and hopefully, the Saviors will explore that aspect of Eugene that's been sorely neglected.
I thought about you, and as soon as they said poison, I thought of Jill. I said, "Oh my goodness, that's what she wanted." So he still he still has the two pills. Who do we think he's gonna give it to? Because the way it stands right now, Eugene is basically proving my point that once you're at a certain, level, you wouldn't want to dethrone Negan. You would want to stay where you're at because you have a lot of perks. So who do we think he's gonna use those pills on? Or do you think he's just acting like Carol, playing a role for now, and he's gonna change again? I sort of think he just wants to survive, so I think he is with Negan.
You think he turned coat?
No.
Yeah.
I think he's biding his time.
I mean, he did a lot of talking and stuff, and maybe, it's very possible that he is just playing a role, and that maybe he's assuming that the wives were maybe a setup, that he couldn't trust them enough to give them the pills. Maybe they would go back and tell Negan about it, but he was holding on to those pickles really tightly. I think he's enjoying the perks.
Well, he smiled quietly to himself after that moment, but I think that's because he knows this is going to be easy for him to play this role and that he's not going to be harmed. But I don't think he's going to turn cold at all. Like that's not Eugene's personality. He's going to play the game until he sees the proper opening to sabotage.
Until they come back for him. Okay.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they? Why? But why wouldn't he give them the pills to kill Negan then?
Eugene, no, I don't think that. Well, one, how's he? Well, how would he? Yeah, he knows they're incompetent. They have to
be administered
properly. Like he doesn't trust those girls.
Kill someone, do it yourself.
Mm.
Don't let someone else do it, because it will come back on you.
Yeah, because if it doesn't work, then he's screwed. So
yeah,
I wouldn't have done it either. So yeah, I think he's just in survival mode, and as soon as the opportunity presents itself, he'll go back to his group, but not until it's safe to do so, because he is still a coward.
Right.
That's true.
But he's smart. He's a smart coward.
Yeah, he's smart enough to play the role until he can do something else, which I can respect.
I wouldn't trust those girls either. They reek of incompetence.
That whole scene was so frustrating. It's like, why is this happening?
We'll just shove these down his throat when he's sleeping. Like, what was the plan there? I don't.
Right? How are you going? Oh my god.
But I think that to me, like, I think Eugene made those pills with the intention for the girl initially to take them, and he realized, like, wait a minute. But if he were to genuinely make a poison to kill Negan, I'm sure he could come up with something that was colorless and odorless and liquid that can go into like a drink or something, not a big ass horse pill.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But what kind of system?
I've never done that before.
But what kind of system do they have? Like, no one will trace the pills back to him. The way he took those pills, he made it quite public, and everyone could hear him demanding those pills. Yeah.
Well, he took all that other stuff too, though.
Sorry, what did you say, Joe?
He took like a the pea pan and the fly swatter. Like he took a whole bunch of random stuff. But I agree. Like after some time has passed, I think they'll probably forget that he took all the medication or a bunch of medication, rather.
Well, he wrote it down, didn't he?
He signed for it, or the lady signed for him, I believe. But then he took everything.
Yeah, he took everything. I don't think he checked off for like the little stuffed monkey. Like he took a whole bunch of stuff. I don't feel like that was properly tracked at all.
I think the pills probably were. Well, not all of them, but at least the first pack he took. I don't know. Either way, he knew it would come back to him, so he was smart to not just go with that.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out who he gives the pills to.
Maybe it'll be the girl that calls him haircut. I don't know why, but it's the only person he talks to.
I feel like she's gonna give him some. I don't know.
Oh. I don't want to think about that.
Did he say that he was a virgin? I kind of remember him saying,
Yeah.
like, I have no experience with women.
Yeah, he does say that, and Josh McDermott reiterates that on Talking Dead, like, oh yeah, Eugene's a virgin. So
Oh my goodness.
I feel like that's probably going to be explored.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Why, God? Please don't. Just imply it.
Wait, where was Eugene from? Does anyone know?
Texas? They all came from Houston. I don't know if that's where he's originally from.
Son of the South is all I remember him saying. He's the son of the South, so I don't really recall.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Wherever Abraham was, because that's how they met up when Abraham was going to kill himself. So wherever Abraham was from is where they were all from. Well, at least him and Eugene, and then they met up with Rosita. I think at a camp or something they mentioned.
Yeah, they started in Houston.
Do we think? I think Sherry may be gone for a minute because I was watching the commercial and she's on a whole nother show.
Who?
Sherry, the wife.
Oh,
She may be gone for a minute.
What
feel
show?
It's a show on E, and it's about like a celebrity. I don't know the name of it, unfortunately. It's like about a celebrity who has to get a person to act like he's his girlfriend because either he's a hitman or a drug addict. He's doing something, I guess, that he doesn't want anyone to know, and she's like his beard.
I see.
But she has like a main role, so she may not, be around all the time, is my point. And this is pretty convenient for that if she's trying to do both.
that's possible. I feel like since we know for sure, and I suspected this before yesterday's episode, but since we know for sure she's the one who released Daryl, and now Daryl's traveling on the road, to Hilltop. I feel like they're probably going to cross paths at some point, even briefly.
Ooh, that could be cool.
Yeah, I don't feel like they're going to let that lie there. But they might, but I don't think so.
They can. I'm really okay without seeing Sherry again. Like, she's so pointless. Like, I was hoping she was really dead. I was thinking, like, could he be telling the truth?
Well, I don't know. I know I was surprised that they killed Dr. Carson just because of his role in the comic, and he helped Dwight and Eugene in the comic. But I figured maybe they just killed him so they have a good reason to go to the Hilltop and ransack Hilltop, and maybe even whatever Dr. Carson will do, maybe they'll just give that to Eugene now. They like to remix, what they do from the comic, so maybe they'll do that. They'll give him whatever Dr. Carson was doing to help the fight. They'll give it to Eugene now.
What did he help them do in the comic?
I can't remember what he did except for he released Dwight. No, he released Eugene, and I don't know if he did anything else. Maybe they'll give him something, or maybe it's something I'm just overlooking because I can't recall it from the comic.
Okay.
But a question I had a long time ago was I didn't know how they were going to have Daryl and Dwight coexist. But by them not having Dwight, come over to Rick's group, I guess they can coexist. Dwight is still a bad guy, and Daryl is still Daryl.
Well, I think it's funny that Dwight now has to coexist with the dude who bit his penis. I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah, and he didn't even, go deep into it. And I thought they would have, but Dwight just glossed over it. because it looked like Eugene was gonna try to apologize, and he was like, he said he like changed the subject. So that was funny to me.
So
I would have took it more personal.
do you guys think they're still going to have Dwight turn? Because it seems like they're not. Which begs the question: why is he here?
He may not.
I don't really care.
I mean, if it benefits, well, I care because the reason why Rick was able to win is because Negan still thought Dwight was on his team, and he told him to do something that he didn't do because he was with Rick's group. So maybe they can give that to Eugene now. You know, they could mix it up. So maybe Dwight could just stay bad, or
we don't need Dwight anymore, because if Eugene is there, he's going to be the mole.
Yeah.
Man, fuck Dwight. We got Eugene.
Yeah, that's why I don't really understand the point of his existence, because it's just taking up a lot of unnecessary time if he's not going to turn.
Well, at the same time, it's funny. I was watching part of The Dark Knight yesterday, and they had obviously Two Faces in that. And just by aesthetics, by design, Dwight is officially a Two-Face. So I'm not ruling it out, but he'll probably get caught and killed or something. I don't know. I just don't care for his character, so it's hard for me to be 100% objective about it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's going to. Sherry's letter might be the turning point for that, but at the same time, now she's not there. Like, what does Dwight have left but Negan? So I don't know.
I think that letter lets us know not to give up on him, basically. That was the reason for it. And I think it's possible they still could use Dwight. If Sherry comes back, then he's going to want to be with Rick because he already knows Negan's going to want to kill him then. So he still may be a benefit, is my point. Of course, I don't like him, or I really hate that he killed that doctor for no good reason. But, you know, I'm assuming that they left the letter there for a reason for us to understand what Sherry saw in him, and that he maybe has some good in him underneath it all. And right now he is deep undercover.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Season 8.
Yeah. They may play it to the end. You're right about that.
Well, then, if there isn't anything else we want to just discuss about the episode, then can we move on to the sneak peek?
It was magic. Oh my gosh.
I have to get this out there. If that is okay. If they cheat us out of this scene, if it's too dark and I can't see shit, and if it's too cut, it's just 5 seconds of darkness, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed off. I just want to put that out there right now.
Yeah.
They better not screw me
Yeah.
on this. I've been waiting since season 5 for this shit. So
I've been spoiler free. I just know that there's supposed to be some sex.
Yeah.
All that matters.
And grinding.
And that they're at a carnival. Obviously, that's the gist of it. But I just want you guys to just tell me everything that you know, because I waited patiently.
So
you're ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready now.
That's the only thing
they
you want to be spoiled
tease me.
on.
I just want to know everything. So just spill it.
Well, I actually don't know a whole lot because they said
don't either.
no more this week. But one thing I do know is that they filmed a sex scene at the school. So what we saw in the van is not it.
Really?
Okay, so there is at least few that were filmed then. Okay.
Somebody else, I heard the same thing. Basically, what Ashley said, it was more than one scene, so that could be a good thing, even if it is a few seconds. If you get different locale, that may be nice.
So you're saying
I feel like
sex
when just a little bit more, there's some double entendre there. He's not just talking about let's look for some more stuff. I think like
Yeah, I didn't even think he was talking about that at all.
Me neither. I agree.
yeah, I think he was saying, I don't want to go back home. I like our alone time.
Right.
And the smile that he gives her. So I'm like, yeah, they've definitely got to be doing it more than once.
Yeah, this takes place over several days, so I think yeah.
It's probably going to be like, it's going to be the inverse of when she was clearing houses with Carl. Like, let's check for supplies, and every room that's cleared, we have sex in it.
I like that idea.
I do too. Love it. Love it. That would be awesome. They are, I know we are Richonne, but they also show Rosita saying she can't sit still, so she'll be doing something too.
Oh God, just die already, Rosita. Oh my God.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
You're anti-Rosita.
Too much. They've got to insert somebody in there.
I don't want the Richonne sex interjected with Rosita, like sprinklings of Rosita. That's just gross. Like, please don't take this from me. Like, let's keep it pure.
Maybe she'll just be at the beginning. But I think they do go back to the junkyard.
Maybe Rosita and Daryl will meet up.
Oh God. That would make no.
No.
It's not.
She has to meet up with somebody.
Oh God.
She really doesn't. She wanted to be alone. Just show her one scene finding a gun and let's move on. Oh, they said that Rick is going to bring up Glenn in this episode too. Or mention
really?
Yeah.
Well,
okay, so I'm going to cry while watching sex.
No, that means they're going to try to make a baby then? Why is he talking about Glenn?
About pancakes.
Oh
what was that,
Joe?
Say he's talking about pancakes. Or the biscuit.
Oh.
No. Okay. I take that back. Listen, Glenn. So it's called Say Yes. If there was anything to come out of this episode in regards to talks, if he brings up Glenn, there might be some sort of proposal happening. Would be my guess. But it could go in another direction. I'd say proposal will probably come before. Because remember, Glenn proposed to Maggie right before they went to war with the governor.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wouldn't that be nice if they do
the
that?
episode Say Yes if it doesn't have anything to do with some kind of proposal.
Well, because of what Jada said, but maybe it's both.
Oh yeah.
It'll probably have multiple meanings.
Yeah.
They like to do that.
I mean,
what did Jada say?
She told Rick to say yes when she offered them the deal.
Oh, okay.
Well, also keep in mind that for Talking Dead, they're going to have Yvette Nicole Brown, and they're going to have Denise Huth on there. So it's going to be something, it's going to be a very Richonne heavy it's going to go beyond the sex, I'm pretty sure, because they're bringing in the big guns, essentially, for the after show.
I don't know who the second person is. Who's the second person again?
Denise Huth is the blonde producer of the show. Well, obviously they're going to announce the winner of the contest, but I believe Denise is also a Richonne fan. I could be mistaken, but
no, she is, and she's basically the person that knows everything about Walking Dead, and not in a stupid way like Greg. But Greg did say this is a big episode, so I am expecting like a proposal, marriage, honeymoon all in one kind of thing. I'm probably overshooting my shot, but that's what I'm expecting.
Well, they found Father Gabriel, so they got their priests back.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't need a priest. It's the apocalypse. Just say I do.
They don't, but they have one. I feel like they should use him since he's there.
Yeah.
And also he's Rick's biggest fan.
Yeah.
He can do anything. Oh my goodness. I think he is in this episode too, so. Trying to think what else I've heard about the episode.
That's all I heard is Richonne all day.
Okay, so I guess I wasn't really spoiler free.
You hear all that?
Oh, and a carnival. There's some kind of carnival. They're at a carnival. I
There's
don't know.
carnival and chili mac and cheese somehow involved.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
And the Ferris wheel, which has been symbolic in their home already, with all the Ferris wheel. What is it? A painting, and then there's a Ferris wheel on the like a sculpture thing or whatever. So I imagine they're gonna. I mean, it's something big has to happen besides a bunch of sex.
I wonder if this is the sorry. I wonder if this is the moment they also take to discuss Andre or bring him up or something.
That's what I want to know, because when Michonne says it looks like something serious happened here, and they're like at the fences, it just kind of reminds me of when she's telling Carl about what happened to Andre. And I'm wondering if like she's thinking like about him when she sees like what has happened to this place. And that's what I want to see. Like that's what I'm hoping for, is a conversation about Andre.
I don't. Well, I want to see that happen. I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I don't think they're going to talk about that just yet. But I know it's aggravating because that conversation should have happened a long time ago. But I don't think it's going to be this week. For some reason, I don't know.
I don't either.
I saw.
Honestly, I think it's because when I asked Denai about it, she's like caught off guard. She told me, and then like she said she thinks Rick already knows. So obviously, it's not really something that's been brought up between, or she has a really good poker face, which is possible. But it just didn't seem like it had been brought up on the show yet. So I don't expect it either.
I mean, I don't expect it, but like if they are going to talk about marriage and kids and stuff, like it kind of needs to happen.
Yeah. Hey,
well,
Camille.
I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, because I mean, I got my hug and I got my forehead kissed last week, and I'm like, finally.
It took a while though.
And you're gonna have his back next week.
Well, I'm glad you could finally join us, Emmy and Camille.
I know.
I don't know of any spoilers, but I'm happy that you see them smiling a couple of times in the episode as well. So maybe they'll get some of the supplies they were looking for.
They were going through some clothes. Maybe he'll get a new pair of jeans to replace the one that he ruined last week. And
I think so, because I want to say his shirt is different. So I think so.
Everybody brought up the dress. There's a dress.
No, we haven't talked about that.
It went through like a trunk or something, and a dress was brought up. A white one.
I didn't see that.
Maybe they'll play dress up.
And the baby blanket.
Yeah, I heard about that one. I don't know. I just expect happy things. I'm happy that they're happy, and now I'm afraid that if this episode is going to be so happy, what's coming after that episode, like it could go from happiness to, somebody getting killed or something.
Oh my God,
13.
Jeannie, no.
I think
I'm saying
we
in
don't
13.
Well, it's gonna be some red shirt person.
Let's focus on someone dying at the very end of the season.
No,
let me.
let's not talk about that. That's not happening.
I want to just
That's not happening.
Richonne feeling.
Yeah.
Speaking of Richonne feeling, I kind of miss Tumblr last night, and I Ashley, you're like so right on top of these gifts. So I
Okay.
appreciate going to these doctor's appointment and seeing all these wonderful gifts, and then like and then having that moment of maybe stumbling or randomly outbursting, like screaming out loud because that one where they showed on the Talking Dead with Rick already on top of Michonne and he's shirtless and she wrapping her legs around him. I was like, that was like such a short gift, but then when you paneled it out like that, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I love it.
Well, I didn't have a
job.
choice. But
So thank you for making my morning.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Because I didn't get a chance to see the Talking Dead, so the first thing I saw was your posting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I literally just watched the last like 6 minutes just in case because I didn't think they were going to show
I
anything.
think I'm going to start doing that just in case. But usually, Talking Dead doesn't give you any worthwhile sneak peeks.
Right.
You do better just by YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised.
I was
Yeah,
too.
so
'cause
it's
the
so
YouTube
amazing.
Well, I
Like
don't
they're actually promoting Richonne in like
Yeah.
a romantic way, like trying to tease us and kill us. And I think that's like a curse.
for
What?
Talking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last time like they released that clip from East, it was just on AMC, and we probably weren't even watching Talking Dead that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I feel that you guys should watch it this coming week after the Richonne episode.
Definitely.
absolutely, because I know what's gonna happen, Jill.
I don't know. I can only make educated guesses.
That you can be all you want, but we worked our asses off, and I would feel so. I would just. I don't know. I don't think disappointed would be the
It's a big
correct
enough
word.
word. Yeah.
Just I've never campaigned so much at the chemo center. I mean, they know me now. Here she comes. She knows what she's doing. And it's
Yeah.
like the minute I sit down, I was like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, get your laptops out, get your tablets out, let's get voting. I'm serious.
Good job,
No, it's
Demi.
close.
That's good.
It's yeah, well, it's all about killing time. It's and it's just like who you gauge as far as conversing with people. I mean, I do it all the time. It's like it's a conversation starter. Like, hey, you watch The Walking Dead? Who's your favorite character?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
Great. Listen, I know someone just like that.
I've been trying to convert people at my job. Like, it's one lady at my job I really want to watch. And she said, well, I watched it for 10 minutes and then my daughter changed the channel and watched something else. So it's still a work in progress.
No, you
But
have to
I
pick
try
an
to recruit.
episode. You got to pick an episode for them to watch. And then it's like, okay, what do you think of this? And I
Yeah.
always start with season 2. I always pick an episode from season 2.
I'm afraid of
Why?
going that far back because then it'll take them so long to get to, current time. When I was showing my sister, I let her see the season opener for 7.
What?
Well,
How y'all watching the show without watching the whole thing?
No. I start with season 2, 18 Miles Out.
Okay.
That was Rick and Shane with Randall.
Okay.
And
That's a good episode.
Exactly. That's an episode you want people to watch because you're like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? Why are these two dudes fighting? And then you got them in.
Okay.
Well, it works for me.
Strange
That's
method,
always
but
my
okay.
conversations are. But yeah, it works for me. It works. And
Why
plus,
not in the beginning though?
oh no, there's nothing in you know.
The only reason why I don't go to the beginning is because for someone like me, I wouldn't have a problem with binge watching it. I didn't have a problem with binge watching it and catching up. But for someone who act like, oh, I'll watch it, I may watch it. I want to get something that's going to grab their attention. And starting in season 1 seems to me like it'd be harder for them to build up the like for it. I don't know. So
But
maybe I would try to skip to another one. What is your suggestion, Ashley?
Start at the beginning. I don't understand the concept of not starting from the beginning. It's like starting a book in the middle of it. How are you going to enjoy it?
Oh no, it's not. It's not that. Well, to answer your question, I don't ever start from season 1 because he wakes up, he's confused, and then
I think it is interesting because I didn't start watching until season 2, and then like it made me want to go back and see, oh, how did it start? What happened to begin with?
Yeah.
So
well,
I
sure,
can kind of see like starting kind of later and then like getting someone hooked.
Yeah.
Because the idea, like my ex, he started watching season 1 and he's like, oh, you should watch it, it's so good. But I just like didn't have any interest in a zombie show. But it wasn't until like I saw like an episode of it that I was like, oh, it is actually kind of interesting. Let me go back.
Okay.
I can see
Well,
that
that's what I'm
happening
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. If I can get their attention and they can go back on their own, but I just want to, get them in.
Well, it's interesting because I too, I didn't start. Well, okay, I binge watched seasons 1 and 2 right before season 3 started. Because I was turned off too by the whole, like, people kept telling me, oh, you should watch it because you like Buffy, but they said that about a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't give a shit about, like Twilight and everything. But
yeah,
what got me about the pilot was so few pilots are that on point. And it was really solidified that this was Rick's story, and you go on this journey with him, like you're just as disoriented as he is. You don't know what's happening, and that's what captured. Like that's what made me want to continue watching. Like, what happens to this guy, or does he go? Does he find his family? Like, has he lost his mind? Like, I want to know too with Rick. So I don't know if so I didn't jump in the middle, but I thought the pilot is so strong that you don't lose anything by watching it.
I may try it and see, but like I said, for the person that I'm dealing with, I sort of want to grab her, and I don't know.
Who is it?
Try it. It's a coworker.
A coworker? What kind of shows she watch?
She likes documentaries, and
she should definitely like the beginning.
But then another
season 6, the first episode from season 6 that's black and white.
That is the worst episode.
Yeah. Oh my god, I agree.
I
hate that episode. I almost stopped watching.
Because
I was like, oh, 6? No, the premiere, like, oh, thank God for JSS, because I swear to God, it's like, what is this? Like,
and it was long too.
Yeah, it didn't make any like.
I liked it. I liked it.
Like everyone can't.
You only liked it because you missed the show.
Yeah, no. Everyone can't be Quentin Tarantino. Like, don't be chopping this up out of order for no reason. Like, this serves no purpose.
I putting stuff in black and white. It was so lame. And people still didn't.
That was the dumbest plan ever. It's like, oh my god.
It was go back to a lot of like old school horror movies. I was like done black and white.
Okay, but they only did black and white because they cut up the timeline for no reason.
But that was also dumb too. You can do flash forwards and flashbacks and not make one black and white. Like, we're too stupid to figure it out. Like, Lost did that shit all the time.
How to Get Away with Murder is doing flash forwards and backs a lot.
Yeah, but did they change it to sepia or some shit? No, they left it the same color.
No.
Oh my god, Jill.
Yeah, that episode's terrible. Don't do that to anybody.
I think I may
definitely not start with the season 7 premiere.
7. But it
No.
got my sister. My sister watches it now, so I think I want to try that with my friend.
For the ladies though, for the ladies, I tell them, you know, any episode with Rick shirtless, hair of the lip, you watch that. Those are, you know,
That's
they
a
all
good
there.
hook.
And then I was like the transition from the hair and then no hair. I'm kind of disappointed that he did that himself, or I don't know. I mean, I have no problem with Andy having some hair on his chest. So I remember it was a time when he did, and then now he doesn't. So I was like, oh, okay, wow.
You have to adapt.
Funny. Where did he find time to get a wax in the zombie apocalypse?
Exactly.
Well, he's not looking for any new pants, so he has plenty of time.
And you know, the sanctuary has a barber, so you know, we may get some haircuts.
They still didn't show me who did that weave, though.
What weave? What? Someone got a weave?
Yeah, the black wife.
Oh,
He has a black wife.
Her hair was laid, and they did not show. She must have done it herself because nobody else could have done it.
yep, exactly. I mean, things are hard, man. You wash your own weave, you line hanging,
Yeah.
and hell, they even got that iron. Oh, I wouldn't use that iron. The iron.
No.
Never mind.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Did you guys like that Negan didn't have any monologues this episode?
He still talks too much.
I mean, he talked, but he didn't have these, 3 and 4 minute conversations with himself or to the audience. So I like that. I like that about this. And I thought Eugene was funny a couple of times.
Oh, Eugene is always funny to me. I think he's delightful.
Especially when they actually had any mental health professionals at the sanctuary.
But I thought the edge to stand behind Negan and just hold on to his back so that he doesn't fall is his leaning back, I'm like,
yeah.
Negan.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know why he can't stand up straight. That's so much. Oh my god.
Hold on, isn't sciatica like that something wrong with your bones?
Scoliosis?
Oh my god.
Scoliosis. Maybe that's what
I don't think it's got that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like it.
Oh man.
So Camille has a question here. She wants to know, what prep does everyone already have in place for next week?
Oh,
I have my grade
Tumblr post.
Good.
What?
All right, let's go one by one then. What prep does everyone already have in place for next week? Let's start with
Good question.
Me? I have my grave ready, got my will. All my affairs are in order. My hair is done. I think I'm good. I just have to make sure I have a good last meal on Sunday evening. And I'm good.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
And Danae?
Ash is my representative right now because I need to do all those things she just checked off. Oh my goodness. The only thing I thought about was making sure that everyone that communicates with me knows after 7 o'clock that I'm dead to them. Now I need to tell them literally I'm dead to them. But gosh, I may need to even take off work on Monday. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. I need to get stuff in order. I'm sorry. I need to get stuff in order. So I don't have anything yet, but you guys run through your list and I'm gonna take notes.
You better hurry up.
I need to get it together.
Yeah, you got less than a week now.
They're gonna release a new promo on Thursday, so just know.
You can lose sleep then too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I already talked to you about this a while ago, Kate, but So I bought a nice veil hat, really pretty,
Oh my goodness.
to go with my black dress.
Oh
I got
wow.
some gloves. It's like my final resting moment of where
Wow.
I'm going to be. So my husband's gonna take a picture of us so we can post it and be like, this is our exact moment when we had all this blessing on our TV screen. And plus I got him some earplugs. I got some cheaply
That's
bottled.
That's
really
a good
cute.
idea. That's a good idea. Earplugs. I anticipate screaming.
Yeah, so
That's a good
but
idea.
yeah, it's like my funeral day, I guess. But there's like no, I didn't set up any kind of will or whatnot like you did, Ash. I should, but
You should.
you know, everything's
Take care
going
of
to
the
my
kids.
kids.
And you know what? It also depends where they place it, because they place it at the very beginning of the episode. We may not get a chance to even see the rest of the episode, but maybe they'll do it at the middle of the end, where we get a chance to watch everything.
I'm
Well, we're
already
gonna
pretty
die
sure.
several times throughout the episode. Sorry, Ashley,
Huh?
what'd you say?
I forgot. I just went off in my own world for a minute.
I was gonna say we might die several times throughout the episode then, because if it's not gonna be one scene at the beginning or in the middle, it's gonna be so good.
I just have to rewind a lot. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. Like,
Well, well, I'm gonna go in a slightly different direction. My Richonne sisters, I am preparing for the Richonne Holy Day. I'm preparing to lose my edges. I am preparing to be crowned. Like, it's gonna be such a powerful moment. You know that one gift where Oprah's like holding Stedman's hands and she's looking like, yes, that's gonna be me. I'll be sitting there like, fuck yeah. I'm ready to
Yeah,
ascend.
ready.
I'm ready to ascend.
Yes.
I'm ready to praise him.
Oh my god.
I'm like, damn, girl, where your edges? They go.
That's why I had to take out my weave. I was tired of Scott Gimple snatching it. So, oh my
Wow.
god, this is really happening, you guys.
Man. Wow.
I'm not ready, and we've known about this since like September. I'm still not really ready.
What I told Kay was, when last week when you guys were talking about it, I think Emmy and Ashley were talking about how they were gonna die, and I didn't say anything about it because I mean I love this show, but I didn't see myself dying. But then when I saw your gift, I died. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know. I do not know how I'm gonna respond. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know. I'm not even ready. I'm not ready for it. I want it, but I'm not prepared in any kind of way. No form or fashion.
so I'm gonna get a little bit personal, and you guys feel free not to answer if you don't want to. But like, when you guys,
No.
when you guys watch this stuff, do you guys get like horny and like just want to jump on you guys? Like, cause I
Indeed.
do, and I'm ready.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And he likes it when I do. So
Indeed.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I know how I'm ending my Sunday nights. I'm gonna be watching this episode with Brandon. And,
that's my preparation.
It's a given. I mean, look what's gonna happen. Let me tell you something. When they did that whole hug and forehead kiss and whatnot, and I'm screaming and I feel all ethereal and lightheaded, I felt it was a moment of euphoria on an else, like an ecstasy trip of some sort. So I just leaned over and I planted a nice good one on my husband's lips, and he was like, "Holy hell! Yes, let's go." So it's a given.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna get all limber. You know what? You guys get limber.
Do
Get those
yourself.
stretches in.
Okay?
Oh, wow.
Oh man, that's funny.
That's life.
Yeah, but they're so
I don't think I'll be able
awesome.
to
So
next week.
yeah,
I'm gonna die.
Oh my
so
God.
seriously.
yeah,
I'm,
they're
I'm,
awesome.
a,
So
I'm a little bit scared now that I think about it. I do live reactions, and now I don't know what. There's a lot of unknowns now that I really think about it, and that's
You have to do it.
no, I've committed myself to doing it, but
yeah. Hold on, you need that technical difficulties marker. Just block your screen.
Footage not found.
And apologize for a bad connection or something. You don't have a choice, but yeah, it's gonna be like I said. I'm not prepared at all. I'm just happy that they're giving it to us, because I guess they didn't have to, but I'm so happy that they are.
Oh my God, I'm silly.
I missed it. What happened?
Actually, yes, they do have to give it to us. They do.
But why? Because I thought the whole purpose is once you go canon, you don't really have to, touch back into it.
No,
You
that's
can just
that's
say,
the
okay,
opposite.
they're a couple, move
That
on.
is the
No, you have
issue
to
with
keep
so many
the
other
opposite.
shows.
You
They
gotta
should
keep
be doing this stuff, but they don't. So
No, they don't have
what's
to do
happening
stuff.
with Richonne is amazing.
Yeah, well, if it's an imagined ship, they don't have to do anything. Like if it's just an imaginary, this is what I want to happen. No, but you're talking about one, an actual pairing, and two, the lead character. Like you can't just let that lie there. Like they're not, like they're not a real couple. And that's what frustrates me about this whole lack of photo shoot thing. I've been like TV Guide and EW, they do these fancy spreads and crap. I've been, I feel blessed, but I feel deprived at the same time. Like we deserve a photo shoot just like any other pairing that's been on TV or film.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like Maggie and Glenn got a fucking photo shoot. What is that? And they on the side, Maggie and Glenn. So that's come on.
Yeah, they surely did.
But I think that was like kind of like a smaller magazine that did their photo
But
shoot.
still, it exists. It exists, and
they post it. They keep reposting it. Like, okay, how is it that they can have this and Andy and Denai as their character, Rick and Michonne can't have that. Yeah. Because that's what that photo shoot was. It was Lauren and Steven as Maggie and Glenn out on a drive. Like
how soon after it was it?
And a picnic, and
it was nice, yeah.
It was, and they also did it was like an old school car. It was modernly nostalgic. It was great.
Good wording.
Well, at that time, they were the lovebirds of the show. But guess what? Yeah. The lead character is finding a lovebird relationship. So let's explore that.
Yeah.
With different types of media. I want an official Richonne video. I want a Richonne photo shoot. I want Richonne merchandise. I want to clean up in the Richonne world. Okay, like they need to give me everything.
But who decides these things? Like, is it the showrunners who allow them to do the photo shoot, or
it's like the marketing team? It's who in the marketing team that is not doing what they're supposed to be doing?
And why aren't they marketing?
Well, listen, it feels like to me it's a no-brainer because if that magazine exists, I'd be all over that shit. I'd be buying it
Yeah.
I'd go and spend my money on it for sure.
Yeah.
If there was a Richonne photo book, I'd pay $20 for that shit too, and I'm not even ashamed to say it. If they actually took the time to make it happen.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Since they want money, I wonder why they're not pursuing that.
But can you imagine if there's a Richonne book out there, like a book of just Richonne? I mean, and if they sell it for like $49.99, that people are going to.
I would buy that. Yeah, you got two very, very gorgeous people who are very photogenic. I just feel like it's a really great opportunity to make some cash and make something beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's getting in the way of that.
No-brainer, and yet they haven't done it.
Also, I want a
Ashley?
music video.
A what?
I want a beautiful music video.
How does that go?
Oh my God!
I want like an original score, an original track, and then I want just Rick and Richonne. What, like, I don't know, in the field or something, or I don't know, they're doing stuff that people do in music videos, something very tasteful and elegant. I don't know, I just want it.
If they're doing a music video, all I can see them like killing some walkers, and I don't know. I'm sorry, I cannot see a music video just yet. But I'm for it too. I'm for anything.
They have different YouTube videos if you consider those music
No.
videos.
I mean,
you want something official. Just for them.
Yup, exactly. I want official stuff. Having that official AMC stamp on it matters to me. That I can't explain it, but like I just want Andy and Denai to participate in this thing. And this imagined thing in my head that I've put too much time into. Something like
what would be a first, right? Because I don't think any TV show coupling has had a music
But
video.
imagine the views. How many views would that get?
Yeah.
How many replays? And they can monetize the fuck out of it.
Yep.
Millions.
That's a good point.
It sure is.
If they would do
that
it, though.
is very innovative and creative. We need to talk to them and make it happen.
Bring it up, Jill.
We'll have our people.
Yes.
Talk to their people. And see what they say. So I don't know. I guess the only thing that we can continuously keep doing is letting them know on Twitter. Because every single time I'm going online, I'm looking up pictures, and then I feel like, oh, there's nothing new, and then I'll send them a message. I'll say there isn't anything new with Denai or Andy.
I think they're both kind of busy though right now.
Camille just mentioned that Denai's helping with Black Panther right now, so that could be an issue.
She's always busy. Like,
when did she start writing Black Panther? Like
but she's writing a TV show and all kinds of stuff.
You gotta have your assistant look at your schedule and go from there, or your PR team. That's what your PR team or your assistant do for you.
Well, seriously,
I'm saying it's maybe not a priority. That doesn't mean they're not working on it. We can't get mad at them because they were promoting Negan, and the next step, we have no idea what the next promotion will be.
This is true. But seriously though, I would take the most basic of basic photo shoots. Like somebody could just follow the two of them walking around with a fucking camera phone. I wouldn't even care. Like just give me something, something new to look at.
Yeah, just another, even just like a photo booth like they had at the 2015
Comic-Con.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Like that would be really easy because they're going to be together at Comic-Con, or like when they're shooting, just like get some stuff of them together. Like
when they're shooting again, it should be.
I had daydream about their upcoming Comic-Cons and exactly how loose lip Andy is going to be there.
Wait, what?
Was that the end of your sentence?
She was saying something about Andy being loose lip at the next Comic-Con.
Okay. I was like, what?
I was daydreaming No, I was thinking like how loose the Andy's gonna be. I mean, he already brought up a Rick and Michonne baby.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
and like, is he gonna bring that up again? And then how would he do it? And would Gimple shut him up or let him, you know, keep talking about that? Like, yeah, maybe we'll, you know, we'll introduce something like that after
There should
the
be
war.
there should be someone with like their hand on a button to just like turn off everyone else's mics and just let Andy talk freely and just let him get his thoughts out and full, and then we can hear everything. Like just let him have full diarrhea in the mouth. I don't care. Just let it go. Yeah, that was really frustrating to
tell you, that'd be
watch.
nice.
It was
It's better
frustrating.
without the producers around. Like,
They wouldn't let him say anything, and it was really upsetting.
I think that's
Walker
protecting him
Stalker
though,
Con.
because it's protecting him because they get charged when they disclose stuff, right?
Well, not even disclosing things, but just like regular questions. Like he was very like they would. I don't recall him really answering too much last year, and that
He was really quiet last year.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
But the whole thing was weird last year. I think because of the Negan stuff.
The secrecy around it. Yeah.
The Lucille victim.
Andy will be at Walker Stalker Con this weekend, so yay.
Where is that?
Where is it gonna be at?
In London.
In London?
Okay.
Yes.
Is anyone going?
London.
No.
Nope, not
I wish.
I caught it on YouTube, I think. That's what I'll do.
I'll be at Paley Fest.
Oh yeah, Paley Fest.
When is Paley Fest?
The 17th.
I should be going to that.
I've never heard of that. What is that, Ashley?
It's just another one of the like festivals for a bunch of TV shows, and they get to do panels.
Okay, what panels are you gonna try to attend?
I'm just doing Walking Dead and This Is Us.
This Is Us.
Oh, this is
okay, that'd be nice.
Please, Ash, disclose as much as you can about This Is Us.
Okay.
I'm like 5 seasons behind, but I'm gonna catch up.
How are you 5 seasons behind? It's only
I mean, 5 episodes. I keep on. You know what I meant.
Oh, I'm like,
5
girl,
episodes.
wrong
5
show.
episodes behind.
You need to catch up immediately. Oh my
I
god.
know, but you know that's my thing. And with the age of binge watching, I find myself not wanting to get caught up because once you get caught up, then you have to wait for 7 days for the next fix. 7 days for the next fix. So I sort of get to a certain point, I just stop. And
but then you get spoiled.
I haven't been on This Is Us.
So you have no idea what's going on
right
This
now.
Is Us.
Hold on. I do know something, but I don't know everything, and that's good enough for me. I'll watch it. I just, I'm sort of holding back.
Well,
You need to catch up.
guys,
It's very good.
if you don't know what This Is Us is, this is like one of the best shows that NBC can ever brought on their network in such a long time.
But
and
Emmy,
these families, I am so invested in them. It's not even funny, and I have to make sure my Kleenex is right there, because I can't watch an episode without crying. It's that good and that emotional. It just sucks you in.
I agree.
Emmy.
But I'm sorry, Dini, in a minute. Ash, for the Paley Fest, is The Walking Dead like, are they having their own panel discussion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, most of the people we like aren't going to be there, but Andy's going to be there, so that's all I care about.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Wait, is Denai not going?
No, she's filming.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yes,
But Andy's going, so that's cool.
Yeah, Andy and Ross will be there, so I'll be fine.
Oh, Ross is delightful.
Are you gonna get a chance to ask a question?
I don't know. I don't know how they pick people, so I'm gonna try, but I have no idea if I'll actually get to.
Okay.
Well, we'll all be rooting for you.
Ask your question.
I don't know what to ask actually. I'll probably ask about this episode. once
Yeah.
I see it. And I
After we
survive
see it. Hey, Lainey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I finally got here.
Long time no see.
Hey,
I
Amy.
know, right? Hi, everybody.
Glad you
Basketball
could make
season
it.
is over.
Wait, what was that?
That's why I said Batman Bills basketball season is almost over. That's why I've been listening to chats because they have games on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
But I am excited for next week's episode. How about that?
Yeah, we're all
Yeah,
excited.
I mean, you missed Jill. Jill was on. She's ready.
What? Oh,
No, she's ready. She's been ready for months now. Did she win? They did the drawing already?
they announced it this Sunday, and I feel good about it.
Oh.
I don't.
They haven't done it yet, though, right? What are they doing the
No.
drawing?
Not yet, but it's over. The polls are closed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope you get in there. I've been flashing it out to everybody every moment I get.
Thank you.
Oh. So, right.
I would
I
be
just
very.
got a spoiler. Sorry.
You just got a spoiler?
I don't want to know it. I don't want to know it.
It's not really a big one.
I do.
Okay, so it says, this is from TSDF, the Spoiling Dead fans. So it says the clip from Talking Dead should be the very beginning of the montage. It's not totally confirmed yet, but the other parts of the montage will probably be similar quick snippets showing them getting down to business a few more times. Maybe they'll switch up positions. I assume there will be a change in clothing to signify the progression of time.
Yes.
Somebody just sent me that.
Okay. So
So
We're
yeah.
gonna die several times.
So that first scene we saw was the beginning, like,
Right.
okay.
The start of the montage.
For some reason, I thought they had made a montage for the sneak peek, not that
Oh
it
no,
was actually
that's
part
in
of
the
the
show.
episode.
Yeah, that's part of the show.
Okay. I guess it's kind of like what they did with what's happening, what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. What is that weird montage I remember? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
A few days
Which
back.
Greg directed as well, I think.
He did.
Do we know who's writing the next episode?
Oh, it was Matt Negrete.
Okay.
He did 611. What else was shown in it? I can't. Oh, he did 704, I think, as well. So he's okay.
I have to start paying attention to the writers and the directors of these episodes. I used to, I guess, back in season 4, and I just lost interest in 5. I don't know, because they failed me so much in the bottom half of 5. Like, I don't know. I feel like season 5 never existed. Well, the bottom half of some episodes of season 5 never existed.
Yeah.
Season 5B
5
and
and
6A
6.
don't exist for me. It just goes from 5A to 6B, and that's fine with me.
Like, do you feel stressful when you're looking at your DVD or your Blu-ray collection of The Walking Dead, and then you just stop at a season, and you're like, why did they?
I didn't even buy 5 and 6 for that reason. Like, I bought a couple of episodes, and that was it.
I get that way when they show the marathons and I know 5B is coming up. I just get a knot in my stomach and I'm like, all right, well, that's the end of this.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know how people rewatch that. Oh.
it made me want to vomit some of
Yeah,
it.
a lot
It
of
was
it.
just like I suffered through it for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I wanted to punish myself, but I did rewatch it last summer, the whole thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I watched this episode
Uh,
once and never again. Never.
Which one?
Like 512.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
It was just one time. That's all.
512 isn't as bad for me as the rest, but it starts there for sure. It's just like, oh, I don't need. Oh. The only thing that got me through those seasons was fan fiction.
yes.
Oh.
It was such a frustrating season because I felt like the trajectory. I felt like that was forced. I felt like that
For
was
sure.
forced. The lack of communication there and that whole Blanderson crap just really made me angry because that felt like some forced shit. And I didn't feel
It
like
was just not well done at all.
And it had Rick so out of character, and like he was acting like an asshole, and I didn't like him, and I don't like not liking my favorite character. It's it was frustrating.
Mhm.
I'm just glad it's over. We're back to normal. Let's not talk about this.
I just want to say one thing about that though.
Oh my God.
Just one quick thing. I wholeheartedly do not agree with the idea that the whole reason why he was looking at that woman had nothing to do with Lori, in my opinion. I think she was more of an abstract ideal of what was. I just wanted to say that. I don't think it had anything to do with his
She
wife.
wasn't like Lori at all.
So that bothers me.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything else. But I agree, Joe. I don't want to talk about it. Because then I don't want that side of the fandom when they watch this podcast and then be like, yeah, they're supposed to be.
What?
Lost you.
Well, no, once that's the other side of the fandom, if they watch this podcast, they'll, make a comment about it. And then they'll say something like,
About
yeah,
it
he was with her, and he's not. But
Okay, so back to 712 and all the sex.
Smiling.
I can't wait for our carnivals here in Michigan to start. I'm actually getting excited.
What'd you say? I missed some of that.
Well, because of Rick and Richonne actually enjoying a zombie carnival, I wouldn't mind going to a carnival this year and having that kind of that feeling. Well, mine is the whole zombie thing, but just the thought of going to a carnival and being like, oh, if only Rick and Richonne was in my reality. Feeling good carnival.
Hey, what do you think the chances are of them having an actual conversation and getting to know each other better the next episode? You think they're going to gloss over something like that?
What?
I think they'll be getting to know each other very well.
Yes.
Not on the sexual side, but I mean a conversation between the two.
I think they're going to have a conversation about their future and where they're going. I don't think it'll be about the past necessarily, but I think they'll definitely talk.
Yeah.
Because they're getting married, so clearly.
They're getting married.
They're getting married? I have no idea. That's my headcanon.
Who is thinking about marriage at a time like this?
Me?
Oh my goodness.
Who's thinking about a marriage or a wedding of any type, given the situation they're in? Who cares about that?
Hey,
they're talking about the future. They're like, when we win, and we will win, we'll get married, or
but
we're gonna get married and we'll
why would
fight.
it be necessary to have a ceremony like a wedding of some sort?
Sure, why not?
5 minutes.
I mean, after the harvest, God forbid, when
people get married before going to war all the time.
they have to kill Negan because this is not the comics. So someone is going to kill Negan.
Oh,
You know,
They're not going to kill
they're not
Negan.
killing Negan.
They're going to put him in
They're
this.
not gonna
They're going to put him in the jail cell. And
I know, but a girl can dream. A girl can dream, okay?
I'm just. They're going to make Negan.
Negan.
They're going to make him the wacky neighbor in the basement in Morgan's little prison. That's what he's going to do.
Oh my God.
He's going to say all color shit.
That's where the story is not going to work. That's where the story is going to fall apart for me, because it's like, for everything that Negan has done, how do you let him live? That's the main. How do you let him live? That's the same thing I feel about the comic. How do you let him live? It makes no logical sense.
Well, it's like how do you not kill Hannibal Lecter? Like, it's better to make him suffer indignities than to give him a quick death. But also as a bargaining chip.
But you have to provide Negan with resources. Is he deserving of something like that?
Yeah, resources like a piece of bread and water, bare minimum. That's
too much.
Maybe a dog food sandwich. I don't know.
Oh my God!
Or just a can of dog food. He doesn't even get the bread.
Unless they take the route that they're not going to kill him because they don't want him to be a martyr for the people that love him, I guess.
Let's think about this for a minute here. I mean, what is actually stopping them from killing this guy?
Nothing.
Yeah. What's stopping the people that don't like him, that follow him, from killing him?
Jeffrey D. Morgan's contract.
Yeah.
Why hasn't somebody killed him by now?
Right.
Brainwashing is a powerful. I mean, look, we see that in our world. People drinking Kool-Aid and shit like a bunch of dummies because some dude told them to, or let's go and kill a bunch of people because some dude told them to. Like, that mind control cult stuff is real, and it's not surprising.
It is real, but everybody in that camp doesn't seem to like Negan, but follows him. And it seems like there's more people in that camp that don't like him than do like him. You know, it's like Negan has a taster to taste his food in case somebody trying to poison him. You know, that level of hate. People don't like him.
Well, they have enough. You have to also consider the context, because like it or not, Negan does provide them with safety, with walls, with food, even if the system is fucked up and sucks. Like, they didn't run into Rick or Hilltop, they ran into Negan, and that's all they have. So having them rise up, look at like during the Holocaust, right? You got all these people in these concentration camps, and some of them did rise up, but mostly they just went along with it. It's a strange phenomenon when you get people in groups like that. Sometimes they just won't do anything.
Yeah,
I guess they all feel isolated, like I can't do anything by myself, and they're not trying to get together. I guess they don't trust each other enough to figure out, hey, I can trust you, we can find a way to defeat Negan.
And also lack of leadership. Like, look at Jesus. He knows he's a stronger and better leader for Hilltop, but he does not lead because he just is not a leader. He's just not capable of making that kind of a power play. So if you have a bunch of people like that, they're not going to mobilize? They need a leader, and they don't have one.
Yeah, I didn't until now.
Yet.
Well, yeah, they don't have a leader yet. There's no leader amongst them right now. No.
I mean, among the saviors, yeah, but
yeah.
Do you think Dwight could be that person?
Who?
I'm sorry, what was that, Tina?
Do you think Dwight could be that person?
No.
He's
not a leader. Dwight's not a leader. Jesus is not a leader. Daryl is not a leader. Like, there are so few leaders really in the show. Like, Michonne is a leader. Rick is a leader. Negan is a leader. Carol, no, she's more of a lone wolf.
No,
but she could be a leader because she has really great battle plans. But she's anxious to the fall in line. Like, she needs to fall in line behind Rick.
Where?
Well,
show me what kind of battle plans Carol ever had.
She broke them out of the cannibal place.
Don't move my
Carol,
foot. No.
Carol, one man terminated that shit. She rolled up in there with some fireworks like kaboom.
That does not exist in The Walking Dead.
What? What doesn't
Later
exist?
in the
She did save them though.
Yeah,
But the
she
plan
saved
she
them
made
a
up
few
in 5
times.
minutes.
Yeah, JSS, she stopped the wolves. She fucked up with the cannibals, and I mean, like Carol is. I would want Carol on my team, but at the same time, Carol had to fall back, even in spite of all that. When Rick said, "Can we come with you?" she still deferred to Rick as the leader, even though he was like, "Hey, you know what? You saved us. I was wrong, and can we roll with you now? Can you lead us?" And then that lasted for like 5 minutes. And then Rick went back to being the leader again. Like, she's great at the tactical, but she's not a leader. There's like maybe 3 or 4 leaders in the show.
And I still don't understand why Maggie's a leader.
She's not. She's not. That's what bothers me. That's so erroneous. She's not a leader.
Yeah.
She makes a lot of dumbass decisions, and she made like a dozen of them in the last time we saw her.
I mean, everything they keep saying that she's a leader, but there was nothing from the past that indicates that she was potentially becoming a leader. Even early on, they just like threw her. Oh, she's becoming a leader just because she hung out with Deanna, and Deanna was a shitty leader. So that don't even make any sense to me.
I think Lena's a better leader than Maggie.
I think with Maggie, like, she's not a leader, but she's saying there isn't good leadership here, so somebody's got to step up. So
yeah, but that person should not be heard. I'm sorry.
It could be her and Sasha.
But she could be a co-leader, but she can't be no leader. She's not out there to me. I don't know if it's her pregnancy hormones or losing gland or what, but she's got some.
They're just throwing situations at Maggie's story to make it seem like she's a leader. But even before she got to Hilltop, what kind of leadership did she have?
None.
Or potential for leadership. I didn't see that. And they really needed to weave that in a little bit better, because now it's just like, oh, now she's going to Hilltop. Yeah, she's going to be a leader. Because she was able to take down these walkers, for them. They was going to come in. It's such weak storytelling. Good God.
yeah, it's kind of like they're trying to justify Glenn's death by saying he needed to die so she could like step up or whatever, but it's lame. It was badly done.
Man, I really do wish they would have killed Maggie.
Wow.
I would have loved it. I would have loved it if they killed Maggie. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but yeah.
I would agree with that.
I can't disagree with that either.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Oh man, it would have been like
kill almost
it
anybody.
It would have renewed all my faith in the whole series if they would have killed Maggie. I would be like, damn. I was like, oh, they going wild now. But no, they go with the predictable.
It was crazy to me because they kept saying, oh, they're not going to kill a pregnant lady. Like, she's been pregnant like for 5 minutes. Shut up. Like, she's as exposable as everyone else over there. That made me really mad. Like, no, that's erroneous. I'd rather have kept Glenn than Maggie. I would rather have kept Abraham than Rosita, but oh well. I guess that's what we got.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and with Rosita, and the thing with Rosita is that they are, I don't know if they're trying to kill her off this season or not, because they're making her so out of character now over Abraham's death. I guess I have to watch it to see where they're going with her, but she's like going real rogue for some reason, like the way Sasha was back in, what was it, season 5?
Yep.
She's kind of going that way. She's just being erratic and stuff. And she was more tactical, more practical than that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. She's really out of character, and they're making me dislike her even more now. But it has only been a couple of days, since Abraham's death. So maybe that has something to do with it. But I'm not liking her.
She's just a dick.
Her
She
attitude
was
toward this whole thing.
she was an asshole before he died.
She always had an attitude. I will not deny that. But she had sense, and now they're taking that away from her, and I don't like that part.
Yeah.
Did she have aim too, or did that just mysteriously disappear? Because that scene
Yeah,
was
what?
really when she shot at Negan, he was 5 feet
Oh
away.
God,
So what was that? How do you miss her 5 feet away?
a dead shot.
Carl has one eye.
Yeah, right.
And he would not have missed that shot. Like
Right.
that. Like, Rosie, you make me sick.
But she should have known that Negan has plot armor when she started that whole plan. So dumb.
And what about this thing with Eugene? When I was on Tell It to the Dead, and everybody is like, oh my God, I can't believe Eugene is turning on like this. And I'm like, everybody's saying, no, he's got a long term. He's trying to, he's trying to play Negan. And I was like, I don't know. I said, Eugene is the kind of guy, he's a coward. And he going with the winning group. And the group that's being with the Saviors, he's getting carte blanche, everything. Why wouldn't a coward go for something like that?
No, because he has honor.
Respected.
He has honor. He's not going to turn on them. He knows better.
I don't know.
He watched his friend get brutally.
If he knew better, he wouldn't have made that bullet. That's what I'm saying. He got Rosita that bullet.
Well, yeah, Rosita bullied him into it. He was bullied into.
But all he had to do was say no. He's not going to do it. He would have came off to me as less of a coward if he told her no. I ain't doing it.
But he is a coward.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's a coward. Wait. He's a coward who admitted to making the bullets. No one else would get killed at Alexandria. So I don't 100% buy into that. Like he's also the same coward who drove the trailer by himself, knowing that he would probably be captured, so the others would have a chance to get back to the hilltop.
Driving that trailer. He might have been driving that trailer away from Virginia altogether and just happened to get caught because he's a coward.
But he's done heroic things and he's never betrayed them, so I wouldn't expect him to now. Like he's just playing the game.
I mean, given the fact that, well, like I said, even though it is initially Rosita who started the shit, it would have came across to me because he already saw what happened. And he saw that Rick was going along with Negan's plan for the time being, him making a bullet for Rosita, in spite of the fact that he told her, bullet, it's going to be bad if somebody else is going to get killed. And he went ahead and did it anyway. So I don't know. It was a bad decision. It was a position where he could have been like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I don't care. You already don't respect me anyway, so fuck you. I ain't making the bullet. That's it. But he went ahead and did it anyway.
I think he succumbed to peer pressure.
I would love it. The only thing that I'm thinking, like in the long run, if Eugene is going along with the Saviors, which is what it looks like in that episode last night, if he goes along with it, the only thing that would make him turn, because he wasn't really friends with anybody in Alexandria except for Tara. And if we're really lucky, they'll kill Tara. And then
what?
Eugene will get mad, and that's where he'll betray Negan and the Saviors. He'll get mad at the Saviors because they killed Tara.
He doesn't like Tara.
Everybody would be happy. Everybody would be so happy behind set. I know I would be happy. How about y'all? I would be good with that.
No.
Right?
It needs to be Rosita.
Right?
Stop killing women.
Tara would die because Tara is the only friend. Remember, Tara is the closest person he has. He's not really friends with anybody else. Nobody like him except Tara. Kill Tara, and then you see the brave Eugene come out and he'll, fuck up all the Saviors and give him busted bullets or something. I don't know.
But they already know his bestie, Abe. He has enough reason to not want to, like, play a long con and, get the Saviors to trust him and then betray them. He already has a reason. He doesn't need anybody else to die for that to happen.
Yeah.
Well, living kind of nice over there with them video games, The video games alone, I'm sure he will stay for. Video games and pickles. And then what?
It's very tempting where he is right now, but I think he's a decent person. He's a coward, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want people to die.
You know, and that would be the fairy tale side of it. If they made it so that it comes out that, oh, it was a long con. It's like, come the fuck on. Be brave. Make him a bad guy. Turn somebody bad. Well, you know, make somebody bad. Make somebody the turncoat.
Well, that opportunity, that ship has unfortunately sailed. If they had killed Maggie, that person could have been Glenn, and it would have made so much sense. But, oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're not going to ruin Glenn.
Oh, not ruin him.
It makes sense that they're using Eugene like that, though, because he is a coward. He is smart. And Negan can provide security that Rick was not able to provide. So it's not. It would be nice. It would be nice if he, you know, changed up and was a turncoat. But a lot of times when you're like undercover, they always have this trope where you get caught up in what you know, when you're the long con. So maybe he, in his mind, thinks he's doing it for Rick, but he's gonna get attached to all those perks.
Yeah. He'll get attached to the perks. Yeah, that would be interesting. I just don't want it to be too predictable. The long con thing sounds real predictable. Because he's a coward and he's smart academically, but is he smart, tactical, like clever like that to play the long con? Could he do that?
Absolutely.
It gives some fans have hope because they saw the smirk he had and they were hoping he was doing a Carol thing. But like I said, my concern is that he is comfortable. It may be a while before Rick can even come to try to get him, and all the time that he's there, he's enjoying, you know, being on the top with, you know, being protected. So he could turn. But it seems to me like every time they ask him, he keeps telling them he's a coward. He's not. He's been telling the truth, basically saying I'm a coward and I'm not going to, you know, I'm not trying to save anybody. So he's telling you that he's not trying to be a hero. Could he be? Could he be talking it up just to convince them? Maybe. But he does have a history of being a coward. Now he did have a nice conversation. Yes, he did. He had the hug and he had the conversation where he told Abraham that he was a survivor and that he was now going to start fighting. Yeah.
He does have a history of actually following through and saving people, like Tara, like when he bit Dwight's dick, like he's done several things in his history to show he's not really a coward. He gets scared, but he also comes through. He's not a traitor necessarily. So I don't know.
Like when that what's that dude?
He said he was a coward, and he said that he wasn't trying to impress anybody. He said that himself.
But his actions speak to a different thing.
Otherwise, I understand he said it, but he does other things, like when he drove the trailer.
Yeah, but that was also prior to those. That's also prior to Negan actually, you know, killing Glenn and Abraham in front of him. It's almost like, oh well, my crew is being brave. That's because we always win. I'm going to do it this time. And then he witnessed that. Oh, sometimes we lose, and sometimes we lose really bad.
Well, here's another instance when
he still let them take him instead of Tara.
Yeah, there's that, and then also when Nicholas tried to lie to him that Glenn was already gone or whatever, like he wasn't accepting that as an answer. He wasn't about to drive off and leave them behind, and it gave Glenn enough time to come back and punch Nicholas' stupid ass in the face. So, like Eugene has his moments. Like, yeah, he gets scared, but he's not 100% like Yellow Belly. Like he's not a punk. So right, he gets scared sometimes.
Brave, like being brave means doing stuff that you're scared, but you still do it, and that's what he does.
Right.
Yeah.
Dang, I like Eugene. I didn't know it.
Well, like I said, it just seems really predictable for him to. Well, we know. He's predictable. That's what I'm saying, because he's with the good guys. So he's just playing the long con until he can find a way to infiltrate the saviors for the benefit of Rick and crew so they can win.
I don't even.
It just sounds writing it down. It's like it's an easy story. It's easy.
I don't even think that's what it is. He's just playing along to get along. That sounds more like Eugene than he's trying to con somebody. Like, if he has to be a savior for 2 years, he'll do it until he can get out of the situation. Not necessarily to help Rick.
And if he was really that scared, he would have let the two wives pressure him into giving up those the poison pills. And he was like, nah, fuck y'all. I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing what I want to do. So, like,
why didn't he do that shit with Rosita? Why he stepping up to the plate now? Why didn't he do that shit with Rosita? No, I ain't making no damn bullet. Get out of here.
Well,
I don't care what
learned
you
his
don't even like
lesson now, right? Because now Olivia's dead.
I feel like you're not really mad, Eugene. I feel like you're really mad at Rosita because that was her plan the whole time. Like, you keep bringing up Eugene, but her dumb ass missed. That was her bad plan.
After he warned her not to do it.
She never respected Eugene anyway, and it's like, I don't know. When I think about it, nobody ever really respected him other than Tara, and then Abe did at the end. But nobody really gave two shits about Eugene.
I think Rick
really
appreciated the gun recipe that he didn't get to use. Yeah.
And then what was wait a minute. What was the thing with Eugene giving up the manufacturing place for the bullets? What was that about? Why you gotta tell him all of that?
Well, he couldn't really hide that one. He made it somewhere.
Right.
He could have not disclosed it though.
Oh, they would have tortured them. He had no time for that.
No, he was freely giving information, and again,
he was giving
that was a concern.
All he had to do,
that was a concern.
It was just the one bullet. He could have said he made it in the garage back in Alexandria. Why you give up the manufacturing place?
Exactly.
And then when he can't make it there, then what? He has to go back to his place.
He didn't fully disclose it, but he alluded to it, and then he sort of stopped talking about it, and Negan didn't pursue it. So maybe it'll be overlooked. I don't know. I hope it would be, but that was my concern from the beginning, that Negan would have Eugene on his side.
Eugene told him where there was a location where there was a place for manufacturing bullets. He told him that. He told him where he made that bullet at, and that pissed me off.
He didn't tell him where. He just said, I found a place to manufacture, and then he sort of stopped talking and he moved on to something else. So either Negan called it or not.
But that's what I mean. He's him saying, I found the place where, a suitable place for making bullets. Well, found is the same thing to Negan. Found is the same way of saying, I know the location of where this thing is, where we can do this at. He gave it up to him. Like, why? Why do that?
Because he's smart enough to know that Negan would oppress.
Yeah, why not? You want to say it eventually.
Yeah, he's gonna have to.
He's obviously told him to make more than one bullet.
But I assume that you can't just make it in your garage, or he would have already done that.
You need like that whole.
Yeah, you can make bullets in your garage. Yes, you can.
Well, Eugene couldn't.
Especially with one.
He's not just going to make one. That's obviously why Negan took him, to make more. So not telling him is doing absolutely nothing for him. It's just going to prolong the inevitable.
It was just the one bullet. All he had to do was say he did it in the garage. And that was don't even get me started on the bullet thing, because that was stupid too. Negan, that redneck that can tell that somebody made a homemade bullet as opposed to just finding an extra bullet somewhere. Get out of here with that.
Well, no. Negan's whole thing was, "Are you a smarty pants or not?" And then Eugene fed him the same line he fed Abraham. Was like, "I sure am. I'm very valuable. You need me." That's right. Yeah, this brain is huge. You wouldn't. It's incredible.
Please do not kill me.
You guys.
Well, guys, I need to get going.
I'm all right.
All right. Well, next week I will not be here. You'll be talking to a ghost.
What?
That's so funny.
So it's nice knowing you guys.
The same.
Yeah.
All right. Please watch Talking Dead. And if it goes sideways, let's never speak of it again.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a good week.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
You.
Bye.
Bye.